Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be exploring Tamarisk out here in East Lansing. So stay with us and let's see what we got. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your host Michael Geyer. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Lansing area, putting out videos every week to help you on your real estate journey. So things such as neighborhood tours, market updates, and tips for buyers and sellers I'll be posting here. And if you are in need of a realtor, I would love to work with you. My email is on the screen now and will be in the comments as well. Feel free to reach out with any questions. And lastly, if you click the link in the description on this video, it will take you to a page where you can access my free relocation guide. So whether you're moving from out of state or within the state, hopefully you find some value in that. Thanks, and let's get back to the video. The Tamarisk neighborhood is located just south of Lake Lansing Road. The neighborhood boundaries are Harrison Road, Tarleton Avenue, Riviera Drive, and Tamarisk Drive. And within it are Rutgers Circle, Mendota Circle, and Brandywine Drive. As you can see, the neighborhood borders the Pinecrest neighborhood and Harrison Meadows to the south, which we'll be doing another video on coming up here. It's very close to the US 127, just a short walk away from the Eastwood Town Center, which we just recently did a video covering, and a short drive to get to Lansing, Okemos, or Michigan State University. So a great location, just like most of these neighborhoods. And here we are at the entrance to the neighborhood. The neighborhood was built in the late 1960s, with most of the homes constructed between 67 and 69 by developer Jerome Fine. One of the first things you'll notice is that there is a lot of architectural consistency in the neighborhood, with most of the homes being either brick ranches, split-level homes, or two-story colonials. And this gives Tamarisk a very cohesive appearance compared to many of the other neighborhoods in the area that were developed over several decades rather than in a single decade. And like the Pinecrest neighborhood, I love that the neighborhood has these great sign toppers, Tamarisk proudly displayed at the top of each of the street signs. And another interesting thing I noticed is you have kind of these big islands in the middle of these kind of cul-de-sacs, so creating these green spaces where usually there would just be more asphalt. And one of Tamarisk's defining features is that the neighborhood's layout kind of surrounds this central park here. This is Tamarisk Park. It is definitely the neighborhood's greatest amenity, and we'll go take a look at it because it's pretty fantastic. As you can see here, we have a basketball court, a full court too, so you can run full-size games, always fun. Have the kind of jungle gym equipment on the left, and as we walk back, we've got some benches, some swings, and a fantastic green field. And the neighborhood also does have a neighborhood association that has existed since 1969, almost as long as the neighborhood itself. They organize neighborhood communication and seasonal events, including an annual Halloween parade, which has become one of the community's longest running traditions. And that says something about neighborhood stability and community involvement. The association is voluntary to join and is not to be confused with an HOA. Currently, the average home in the neighborhood is somewhere around $288,000, and that represents about a 2.9% appreciation over the previous year, going off of current data. I also did notice while exploring that a lot of houses in the neighborhood have fantastic gardens in the front yard, so I do think there's a bit of a culture of gardening here, if that's something you're interested in. And now I get to show you guys what I think is actually probably the most appealing part of this neighborhood, which is its direct connection to the Northern Tier Trail system. And as you'll see a little bit later in the video here, I'll show you a map. The trail system is actually quite expansive. It's easy walking to get to a variety of different locations, and the trail itself is beautiful, surrounded by tons of natural beauty, and it's fully paved, which means whether if you're walking or biking, it's really easy and convenient. And I love the landscaping just leading down this trail to the bridge, which will connect us to the Northern Tier Trail. But before we get there, there is a sign here which calls out that the land here, known as Granada Park, was actually donated. And the gentleman who donated the land, David Goodman, I actually had the pleasure to meet when I was out here originally exploring the area before I started filming. And he explained to me that he had donated the land and worked with the city to have this access way constructed so that his neighbors would be able to enjoy the trail. And really, once you step foot on this bridge, you just enter a whole new world. I mean, below us you'll get to see there's a beautiful little creek, serene and peaceful. And as we get on the actual trail itself, we will just become embraced by nature. And it's amazing that you can go from just that kind of Michigan suburb feel to being almost feeling isolated in nature just by crossing a small little bridge. So I began by walking the path north towards Lake Lansing Road. You can kind of see the cars down there passing in the distance, and it's just beautiful, lined with these trees and bushes, and everything's so green because we're in the middle of summer here. Been getting a little bit of rain here and there, keeping the vegetation healthy. And as I mentioned before, it's just so peaceful walking down this trail. And skipping forward a bit towards the furthest extent I walked going north, takes us to Lake Lansing Road, as I mentioned earlier. And along Lake Lansing are all types of shops and small businesses. If you go left up here, there's actually a Meyer grocery store not too far down, so even possible to walk and grab your groceries. And we've got these nice signs along the trail that kind of tell us where different things are. Family Aquatic Center, the East Lansing Soccer Complex, Abbott Road Park, so kind of lets you know how short or long of a walk it is to get to certain things. And just taking a look, kind of panning over Lake Lansing Road here, give you an idea of how this trail is kind of isolated between these major roads and neighborhoods. And while walking back south, you can kind of see the trail is along people's line of sight to their backyard, I guess would be a good way to say it, but there's so much just trees and shrubbery that you just really get the privacy despite having the trail kind of run along the backside of the property line. And another interesting feature is kind of have these trail markers scattered all along the trail. There was this fast little yellow bird. I was trying to get him on camera. You can kind of see him there, but he took off just about as quick as I started filming him. But an attempt was made. And then a little bit further south on the trail, I just hit this point where, man, it feels like it's straight out of a fantasy book or something. Just so much green, just kind of arching all over and around this trail. I thought it looked fantastic, so I had to film it so you guys could see as well. And as you can see, another trail marker here kind of telling us the different routes you can take. The trail kind of split here. I opted to go right rather than straight, which actually led me to Harrison Meadows, where we'll kind of take a quick look at, because we'll get more into that when we do our video on the Harrison Meadows neighborhood. But as I mentioned, there's a super handy sign over there I want to show you. That way you get an idea of the whole trail system over here. But first, another bridge. I know. I keep telling you I'm going to show you this map, but I had to stop again. I mean, look at this beautiful field. Beautiful day today. Wanted to share it with you guys, but we'll get back to that sign now. So now we're entering the park at Harrison Meadows. And as we'll see here, got a handy sign. It's going to show us on this map kind of the whole trail system. You can see the icon there showing where I'm standing now. And I zoom in here, that way you can get a little better idea. And as I was leaving, caught this guy mowing the walkway, so definitely know that it's upkept here on this trail. And that's going to do it for the Tamarisk neighborhood. I will leave you with this beautiful, stunning view. Until next time, take care. Bye.